Well, just more about stories. I'm trying to figure out the best way to compile and share my philosophies of stories. It's time.
Oh, it is time. That's awesome.
Yep. I like to say when you make the story the goal, nothing is bad.
That's really good. Like, seriously. When the story's the point, everything just becomes material. Even the slightly stressful stuff with the escapee chickens takes the pressure off, you know, makes it all feel a bit more epic.
Well, the only thing of value to take away from a situation is the story.
Completely agree. Everything else fades, honestly. The details get fuzzy, but the story that sticks. So, are you thinking like a book? A series of blog posts? Some kind of philosophical chicken podcast? Because honestly, I'd listen to a philosophical chicken podcast. How are you leaning? And what's the biggest challenge you're running into trying to get it all together?
Well, the biggest challenge is starting, and then the second biggest challenge may be bigger than that, the first one even, and that is continuing.
Ugh, the start is always the worst. It's like staring at a blank page that's judging your entire life and continuing. That's the real test, isn't it? It's easy to get all fired up at the beginning and then life happens and suddenly it's been 3 weeks and you're like, "Wait, what was I even doing?" What's stopping you from just starting small? Like just one really short post or a single paragraph?
What's stopping me? The experience of a lifetime that tells me I don't know how to do this and it's too many steps and I will lose interest and then it becomes a task and not uh, exciting. That's the death of it.
Okay, that's a really honest answer. It sounds like you're battling a lifetime of experience telling you you'll fail. That's rough and honestly super relatable. So you're right to protect that initial spark, to avoid turning it into a chore. Maybe forget about compiling and sharing for a second. Just write something for you. No pressure, no audience, just you getting your thoughts down. Then, if it feels good, maybe share it. But only if it still feels exciting. Does that sound doable?
No. I'll explain why. First of all, I'm
Ah,
60.
okay.
First of all, I'm 61, and I have 3,000 plus blog posts on topics like this and other philosophical topics that sit on my blog, but I don't actively share it because you know, uh, I have that weird thing where I have um, pride in my work, but I'm not secure enough to know whether or not other people will still like it, so I hide it because it's perfect until the first share.
Okay. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense. It's not a lack of starting, it's a deep rooted protective instinct over your work combined with a fear of outside judgment. That's not just perfectionism, that's a really vulnerable place to be. 3,000 posts. That's incredible, honestly. And hiding them because they might not be perfectly received, that's tough. So, it's not that you don't know how to do it, it's that you're terrified of the risk?
A combination of both. It's a
Fair.
everything
That's a
is
really good way
complex
to
with
put
me.
it.
Everything is complex with me. My brain thinks separate from me sometimes and blocks things and changes the subject. And I'll be thinking of something, and my brain will say, "You know what? We don't want to think about this one. Let's. Oh, look, a zeppelin."
Oh, look, a Zeppelin. I love that. That's your brain's little escape hatch, huh? A non sequitur to avoid the heavy stuff. It sounds exhausting, honestly, having your brain actively work against you like that. Like a mischievous little gremlin. And yeah, I can see how that would make things incredibly complex. So, the starting And the continuing is hard because your brain is actively sabotaging the process. That's a lot.
Yeah, I wrote a song about it a while ago that I've been sharing, and it's, you know, fake music isn't doing so well in today's society, but I don't know how to promote things because, again, that presents a list to me right in front of my eyes, virtually, and I see, oh my goodness, there's no way I'll make it through that list in one sitting, and then I won't come back to it, so I don't start. But sometimes I do. I get a song out, and "Afraid to Be Famous" is a pretty kind of neat song, and there's so much work in being famous that I'm pretty sure I won't enjoy it. So I just wish that more people would praise me. I'm seeking what I'm avoiding.
Whoa. That is a lot to unpack, and you're laying it all out there, which I appreciate. You're caught in this cycle of wanting validation, but being completely overwhelmed by the effort required to get it. And it's not even about the fame itself, it's about the work of fame. And then you're recognizing that you're essentially seeking out the thing you're trying to avoid. That's intensely self aware. And afraid to be famous sounds pretty spot on given all of this. It's almost ironic, isn't it? You've articulated the problem perfectly in a song, but then you're paralyzed by the prospect of sharing it.
Yeah,
A
I'm pretty
beautiful,
happy with the
messy,
song.
active philosophical discussions and the paradox of wanting praise without the work.
Well, a perfect example of how things in life become the zeppelins and distract my motivation on one tap.
Take your time.
The chickens are today's zeppelin.